deliver on Monday.
Call the meeting over.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I didn't hear you, Abby. Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay.
Motion to approve the minutes.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. Minutes approved. Communications.
Yesterday was Housing Trust Board for Easy Cog, and we denied a claim yesterday when the first one was denied. It didn't have enough information presented for us to give them a grant. So we put it back in their hands to get us some more information, so. And
We didn't learn anything this week.
and then the other, just to get the main one, so that was it.
I had the juvenile detention facility meeting after a meeting last week, and just a lot of discussion on the new 28E, and I just got some of the drafts of it, and then there was just a lot of talk about, if you remember me talking about, some people are gonna stay in, some are out, but they can join but not have a voting that were in before, and they're just kind of clarifying all that stuff up, but that's pretty much all I had this week.
We got a call about the furniture and stuff at REA, which we can discuss an hour later. I met with some people again on the corner in Conroe about the water issue. in the ditch. They're gonna look into that, about more new lines and stuff, but we're only responsible, we have a tile permit you've gotta fill out, we pay for, I don't know, they're supposed to tell the engineer exactly what amount we pay. Or we had Easy Cog. I think that was it for the grilling.
But we'll discuss the REA stuff right now then.
So I,
I agree.
can you-
Can you hear Kevin?
so I went over there when I looked at the tile and I checked out the building, because Brandy one time talked about wanting cabinets. Door was open, stuff was missing, and there's a file cabinet with a bunch of cleaning supplies in it. They were gone, the head person was gone, they were gonna call me back. I got a call Wednesday, I think, stating that, well, we had a key up above and we just used that, and she talked to Dylan and he didn't know what we were gonna do with it. Dylan never stated that they could have anything. So, but they're not a county entity, so we can't legally, I don't believe legally we can just give them things. So I understand their plight, but we can't give away county stuff.
So the plan is they're gonna return it?
That was for us to decide. Okay, do we want to try to sell it to them or do we want to get it back?
If we sell it to them, we'd have to put it out to bid, right?
Yeah. That's another whole process.
Right.
I don't know if we would technically something that small, but honestly, I think it depends on the demand. If you have the demand with the county, and then give it to the people that want it. Otherwise, then we can sell it to them.
I think we still should have it locked up and it stays ours and get our key back.
Yeah, I think that's probably the best route. Just because of the cleanliness of it, you know, just, we didn't give it to them.
Sorry, hey, I ended up asking this yesterday. Was all that stuff given to us by Rockwell, or did we actually pay for it?
So I mentioned that to I don't remember her name. They go, if you make a list of, I can see if Rockwell has it, we can get you Rockwell stuff. I just can't give you county property.
Was that stuff purchased by us or did that come from Rockwell?
That didn't come from Rockwell. That was purchased.
By us or by the district, the region?
That goes back so far, I'm not sure.
I'm just hate for the perception of the county, we probably need to, like I said, get it back. Put a different lock on the door.
I'll get the keys
Or
back,
the key, yeah, get the key back.
which is a buildings and grounds job,
Which is fine.
so don't step on somebody's toes.
You're not stepping on toes, I tell you.
Okay. Like I said, I'll try to, if they want stuff, I can see that, I'll help them get it at Rockwell.
Right,
Okay. I'll have
and they might need a lock, Rockwell probably wouldn't have a locking cabinet though.
It's hitting us.
Did you have something like that, Russell?
Yeah.
Really? Huh.
And there's a way that you can get this code and send the company and they'll send you a new lock. You gotta pay for the lock.
Right.
Yeah, that guy up there's always been helpful with all this stuff. Okay. Go down below then. On the liquor licenses, there was one, don't say anything yet. There was no address for it,
Yeah, I noticed that too. I was gonna ask that.
like a location, a significant.
I looked at it and I was like, where's this at? Great question.
If we didn't pay for it, if we got it from Rockwell, like I said earlier, if we have need for it in the county, let's keep it with the police, and then also at the same time, if we don't, give it to REA.
You're breaking up pretty bad today, I don't know what's going on.
I thought that's my hearing aids.
I didn't get all of that. I heard Rockwell and something else.
We just heard bits and pieces of that, Abby. Can you hear me now?
Okay,
I'll, just hold off on the liquor license.
okay. Good catch for us once.
Yeah, absolutely.
Look at us reading something. Set election official pay rates for calendar year 2026. Consideration.
And the only thing that I changed was the training pay, and I only changed it by $5 from 20 to 25.
You need to note the time, Brandy, that Abby cut off the thing. Is that important or no?
Is there a motion to?
I'll make the motion to approve the.
With the increase for the training?
Yep.
I'll second it.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. Motion approved. That's too bad, because I think the next thing I'm sure she's gonna continue on that.
I'm trying to call her back.
Hope she's not still talking. We're gonna talk about meal reimbursement and mileage policy and update considerations,
I think we're waiting for Abby to come back with,
because we worry about to the meeting and back to the
Is this
meeting.
better?
Yeah, that's better. You were breaking up terrible on us.
Okay, we'll go
Yeah,
back.
sorry, I moved to a different spot in the hotel here, right?
We're talking about meal reimbursement and mileage policy.
Well, what do you guys do with the furniture thing?
We're gonna go get it back and get the key back. And Kevin's gonna help them find, if they need help finding stuff from Rockwell, he would help with that.
Okay, and that's fine. I mean, do we have a need for this stuff though, or is it just gonna continue to sit in Belinda's old office?
We could sell it to them, but we can't give it to them.
Did we pay for it? No.
That would go back.
Kevin said, yes, we paid for that stuff.
That's all matching.
Oh, okay, okay.
It's
Then
all,
yes,
it's
okay,
all,
then I agree.
it's all,
Sorry, I couldn't
it's
hear
all
for a
matching
while.
stuff, so it's not mix and match like comes out of Rockwell. And that's been there a long time, and even before I think we knew about Rockwell.
Okay, I'm good with that then.
Okay. Mileage reimbursement and, mileage.
I'm waiting to hear back I reached out to our free ICAP attorney. I'm waiting to hear back, so let's pause on that for a minute and let me get that policy written up for, next Friday for you guys.
Okay.
Salary certification, we're gonna hold off on that. ICAP renewal consideration. That just makes you fucker, isn't it? Everybody had their.
That seems like status quo to me. I don't see anything glaring in there.
Wow. So is there a motion for the chair to sign then?
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
All in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed, say nay. Motion approved.
I'm all eyes, guys, until I tell you otherwise, just FYI.
Okay. I was just hanging on, waiting for to hear from you. Anything for next week? Randy, a message for you. I plan on helping Randy hand out the quotes next year, go to Monday and help her pick it up Wednesday. Then I'll take off Thursday, Friday, come back full-time June 8th.
Who's that?
Dylan,
Dylan,
Okay, perfect.
so you still need a guy, still need a guy?
No, we should be good.
We need two before.
If I could have somebody, but I don't wanna.
Okay, well, let's-
Oh, I got somebody for you. Yep. I'm gonna call it.
What is on, what's, then will be on for next Friday now?
Just engineer, transportation. And that's it.
Okay,
And then we need to schedule this.
today,
I would like to, that way it gives me time to get it posted and
can't we?
not have to.
Oh, it's on there, sorry, we skipped it. Okay, let's schedule it.
June 9th. I prefer to do it in the afternoon if possible.
Oh,
Give us,
late in the day or 1 o'clock, or
anytime afternoon should be fine.
can we just do 1 then?
Say 1. I got appointment in the morning and then I have a appointment at 4 in the afternoon.
Can 3 of us make it? I can.
I can make it at 1.
Chris?
What time is that? Where? June what?
June 9th,
9th at 1.
1 o'clock. Can you make it?
Why I couldn't.
Okay, we just have to make, we have to make sure we have 3.
Should I text Seth so he can get it on his calendar before?
Okay, so we're. Why is my signature? Signature, chairman. I forget what the third one was.
Just sign it. I'll follow the rest.
Okay.
That big.
All you want is the signature.
Morning,
Nick?
Good morning.
Oh, Nick,
How are you guys?
good, how are you?
We'll just sign pretty good. Stand by. After the meeting, are you around anywhere?
Yep, I'll be here.
Okay.
And my donuts or Lay's or.
You have the donuts, I bring the raise?
Think that's what you're after?
Oh, that's right, we're gonna do this.
Well, the first thing we have is, resolution there. I was told to bring that back at the end of the month, and the end of the month is here already. I'm just flying by. I think that resolution says,
30-day termination.
yeah, and it'll actually be a little bit less than that because I'll be gone for the last week in June on vacation, so.
Yeah, like I said, I think we've done our due diligence to help them out. We said mid-April, we went above and beyond. So is there a motion for the chair to sign the termination?
I'll make the motion.
Second,
All in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed, say nay. Motion approved. Now, does she get this or you get this back?
However you want to do it.
Who's gonna get
Were
it?
they okay with it? Out of curiosity, were they cool with all this?
Were they cool with the termination part or the me helping part?
I would say the termination part.
I think that they're aware. I did meet with 2 of them. I guess it's been a week or 2 now, out on a job site. And, you know, they were thankful that we extended it the extra month. And so, yeah, I think that they're aware.
Are you gonna?
Do they have a new engineer hired or have a plan for anything?
You know, I'm kept in the dark a little bit there, but, I do pay attention to their board meetings, on YouTube. And it sounded like they had one hired, but he won't be showing up till October.
Okay.
So I am not exactly sure what they're gonna do until October, but,
So they got July, August, September to worry about, right? Because you're through the end of the month, correct?
yeah.
So does Brandy send this on? Do you send this on so they have this?
Either way, I can do whatever. I have their emails. Yeah,
You do it then. would you
Yep.
please?
yep. And I will, CC you on
Thank you.
it. You bet.
You can send me a Word document.
I think I did on Monday, but I can redo it if you want.
Yeah, fine.
Okay, bridges. We are going on the one bridge on HH Avenue, and they are moving right along and pouring some of the piers this week. When they're done with that one, they'll go to their next bridge. F-52, Pelling will come in mid-August, as we previously talked about. There is some concrete patching that a subcontractor is gonna do, and they're gonna do that the week of June 8th. So coming right up. So early next week, we're gonna go out and mark the patches, and we'll also put up a sign. We're probably just gonna put up the signs on M Avenue that just say, construction next week, expect delays. I probably won't put them up over by Millersburg because I think there's only like one or two patches over there. That shouldn't be a very big delay. The big delay, if there are any delays, it'll be from Butler Hill, a quarter mile south, going up that hill.
So that's, you're gonna redo that part too? or that?
Yeah, we're going from the four-way intersection in Millersburg over to Butler Hill and then south and tie into what the DOT,
Well, that'd be a big project.
so.
Okay.
Yeah, hopefully that all goes okay. I'll tell you right now that section on M Avenue, that will end up cracking before everything else does because we're just going right over the concrete. But it'll be a much smoother ride.
Yeah, I've never seen that before, how it waves like that anywhere else.
So, well, the intersection, they're gonna, do that and grade it to drain. But are you guys familiar with like, De La Dora, H Avenue that goes underneath the interstate? Okay, well, due to height constraints there, we just went over the concrete with like 2 inches. It's a decent ride, but it does crack within a couple of years. So the ride will be better, but just know that it will crack. We weren't gonna pay an exorbitant amount of money for a quarter mile.
Scared to find it all the way down.
Yeah, to redo that whole stretch. So it'll be a better ride, it just won't be, it'll crack. Our guys are out total patching, near that Butler Hill, we did get some trees cut. We paid somebody to come out and do it because that was a really big tree and really high up. So I think we tried to save as much money as we could where they just cut the tree and then we hauled it away and did the traffic control and everything, but, just a little bit too big for us, so we paid a little bit of money to do that. And now we should be able to see all the signs and it should be a lot safer. And then grading, and then we had one guy working like a small throwback job.
Do you know if they hit that dirt road yet?
I believe he did.
Okay.
Because I believe so, because the exact, who made the complaint? That's like, I can't
I didn't know that one.
tell you.
I got a call on it.
Yeah, so I think he went out and hit her.
Okay.
Just to let you guys know, I forgot to tell you a couple weeks ago, all the embargoes are down. I did tell him 2 or 3 weeks ago. So, those should be down. Salt bid, just to keep you guys in the loop there, for next year came back at 86.90, which this year it was like 87.04. So that's good. Salt bids for next year came in low. We also have an abundance of salt right now, so we did not order too much for next year. We did take a truck up, that sprayer truck up to FDS today. They're taking the truck up, should be done. And, well, I talked to them on Monday. It was 3 days, was all it was gonna take them, but I'm not 100% sure that the tank is actually in yet. She said that the tank was supposed to be in today, but it could be delayed. And I was like, well, I'm bringing the truck up today. So and I was like, how long after that? She said 3 days. I would guess you're 2 weeks. Probably closer to accurate, but just to let you know that that is going. And so they went up there to get that and, or to drop that off. And then we're bringing back some Geo bread. We are in the early stages right now of trying to make some stuff happen on that Iowa Johnson line south of 6. We're going to, we did a 1 call, and then I think the word on the street over there is that people think we're gonna pave it or seal coat it or something. We're not. We're gonna start from the railroad tracks and go north and almost completely redo it, which means dig out the ditches, take out a couple feet of the roadway itself. We're gonna put down a Geo bread and then macadam and then more roadstone. So that if you guys aren't familiar with that section, we get a lot of complaints. And it's more, well, it has a lot to do with, I think, Amana trucks love to run that in the spring also. And the road is very, very sandy. It is very sandy. Like, we have tried to ditch it before and everything kind of caves off. We did one of my first years here, like we put a tile down that road and that thing ran forever. So it's very sandy. So we're gonna try and take a few feet off and bring in couple thousand ton of rock to redo that. And then we're putting down almost $5,000 of Geo bread to help stabilize everything together too.
So what is that?
That
Is
is.
that the stuff that's like, looks like a honeycomb?
Yeah, this one is actually gonna be more of a fabric type deal. It still lets water drip down through, but imagine this Kleenex here that is, 100 times thicker, that's a 1/4 inch thick, whatever, and you lay that all under the road. And so before, since it was sand, let's just say you step on a rock, that rock sinks into the sand. Well, now, this fabric should help not let it sink as much, if that makes sense. That's in theory. So we're gonna start from the railroad tracks north to see how it goes. That's our test, yeah. Yeah, and then once we do that, we will reevaluate the rest of the road. This still, one of our techs did a great job, talked to the landfill. We're gonna have, because it is so many tons of rock, we're gonna have it hauled to the landfill and store it there. That way, when we get going on the road, all the rock is right there. We can put it down almost as fast as we can core it out, put new stuff down. That way we can keep that road open. It'll be a few weeks yet, I think, but just know that we're in the motion for that. And if you hear anybody that says it's gonna get paved, tell them that they should not trust their their friends that tell them that.
Call Chris Matros.
It'll probably happen, don't worry.
So is Johnson and Iowa County working together on this?
No, it's our section of road. So unless there's anything dramatic I mean, I probably should call them.
I don't know.
I probably should.
Is that whole stretch through there, our section?
The first mile. Yeah. Yeah, I can send Matt an email.
Yeah, they might be interested in knowing how it works too, you know?
Yeah. Hopefully it works. And then we're gonna do a concrete pad out at the yard where we mix our salt and everything. That it's an asphalt pad right now and it's falling apart, so we're gonna spend 10 to 14 grand there. Our guys will we'll put some rebar in, cut, take out what's there, cut it, take it out. We're waiting on the one call. I think it got marked yesterday. We're gonna rebar the heck out of it. Put down some concrete. We'll do that with our own guys. And then we'll seal it off really good too. Since that's where the salt will be, but still gonna be a lot of concrete. And then I did get the bridge grant stuff submitted. Probably long shots, but can't win if you don't try.
Since they're long shots, better than no shot.
And bridges for this fall. The preliminary plans are all due in July, so it's good that I'm gonna be here full time working on those, but I think I have one pretty much wrapped up and we're reviewing that and working on the second.
Is that the little trestle bridge up by Joe Thompson?
Those will both be on W. I'm not familiar with the landowners. Those are both on W Avenue.
They're both, they're in a line, right?
It would-
They're in a line, they're not that far apart.
Yeah. On W, one's just north of 210th, one's just south of 210th.
Okay.
So hopefully by keeping them like that and bidding them in the same month, you can get somebody like Iowa Bridge or PCI that'll get them both, go one and then the other.
That's next summer, hopefully,
That's next summer. Yep.
after July 1st.
No, they'll be let in January.
Okay.
So if the same crew gets them both, I would imagine, kind of like this year, we kept them kind of close to each other. I would imagine that would start like in April
Okay.
and do one and then the other, just a guess,
Well, it saves them on hauling equipment so much around.
right? But it could be July and September. We don't really know.
Okay.
And then I did resend out for those bids the other week that were too high. I made it. We went through 3 or 4 different sets of plans, and I finally just picked one. So the price should be, we made it smaller.
I actually had somebody ask me why we don't build wooden bridges anymore to save money. I go, there's a load limit issue.
Yeah,
That was my take on it, because nowadays farm equipment is so big.
it is. It's very big. And steel's a heck of a material.
Yeah.
So I don't even know. You're right. I don't even know. I don't even know if you can find wood tiling that much anymore. And as far as decks go, you can't hardly beat. I don't think what we're doing. We just put the steel beams down with concrete in the middle. As far as the bridge goes, and these shorter ones, we don't have a crane to do piling, so.
Had a comment about the bridge on Jay. He said, since you took all that rock off, we should be able to raise the weight limit on it now. That's a true story.
How many tons of rock were on it?
Probably quite a bit.
I bet there was that much rock on the bridge.
I haven't been down to see it, but
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I was gonna venture down.
The other one is, I had a complaint on KK Avenue between 295th and 305. that the trees are almost touching the power lines in the ditch. So,
The trees.
So you have those kind of situations, do you call the power company to trim them back? Or you guys?
and that's what I thought, before they got into it's our road ditch trees, so I think I better tell you guys for that. Tell the farmer, don't cut them down.
We don't want somebody electrocuted.
I mean, we can just cut them, let them lie.
Yeah, I don't know, I just wanted to make known, they wanted me to let you know that they were almost
Sure.
touching the line.
And I just want like, that if we cut them,
Right.
they're just gonna lie.
Yeah.
And then also, I gotta go look, they must be taking down a tower up there on LL Avenue north of town. Apparently it's kind of woolly, and we've been asked to take down some trees. Or if we don't do it, then the county will have to hire it out. We'll take down what we can, but it's not gonna be a full-on job.
I don't know nothing about that.
I think it's the radio governing board, right?
Something like that.
old tower.
It's that tower that they haven't used for how long?
15 years, I don't know
It's right up at the end of that road. Don't know how.
We'll try and do what we can, but I heard it was pretty woolly. I'm not gonna send a bunch of guys in we'll do what we can with the equipment and stuff. And I don't even know what sort of timeline they're on, but. So, that is what we have been up to. I did talk to the DOT. They just got their paperwork together for that, community funding thing for W21, so we should be seeing that funding agreement come through, I think. He sent me an email that said, if you pick up this, I got to email him back today and say, I want to see the funding agreement first to get all my timelines going. So we'll be moving on that pretty soon.
Good. Any other questions for Nick? Okay.
Have a good weekend,
I'll
Nick.
call you after the meeting.
Okay,
Change your mind now?
no, I want to know when I should run up to L Avenue. Can you go do that now to go check out the trees up there?
Oh, yeah, you go ahead.
All right, I'll see you in a bit. Thank you, guys.
Yep, thank you.
Thank you.
See you next, have a good weekend.
Adam, you wanna go early?
Yeah.
You wanna sit there and wait for us?
No, I think you're great. You always ask us good. Randy, did you send this all out in their packets for them?
No.
No? Okay, so Abby hasn't seen it then. I'm sorry, I would have sent it out. I thought you guys got packets.
Abby's on the phone there,
Yeah.
you didn't hear.
I didn't even think to usually send it to everybody else.
I should have, I just thought I had it too early enough for me to sit down. So I'll just go ahead and read it. Abby, can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can.
Okay, so I'll just read this formal letter that I wrote. It'll be the easiest way. So I'm requesting to approve an updated job description for the EMS administrative assistant and the assistant EMS director. As part of this update, I'm also requesting that both positions be converted from hourly to salary status as they meet the administrative criteria for exempt classification. This won't result in any increase in the budget. Actually, I talked a little bit about this, I think, when we did budget about moving them to salary, but I don't think anything was formally approved. At present, both positions are scheduled on a 48-hour work week, consistent with our full-time field staff. Under normal staffing conditions, these roles typically work 2 12-hour shifts in the field and 2 12-hour office shifts each week. However, due to staffing fluctuations, particularly when employees are on vacation, which occurs about half the time. These individuals frequently assist with additional field coverage, often working 36 to 48 hours in the field per week. The field is on the ambulance going on calls, the office is office. Maintaining flexibility in these positions is critical to ensuring adequate field coverage while minimizing overtime costs. Additionally, the current 12-hour office shift structure is not the most efficient for administrative duties, and transitioning to a salary model would allow for more practical scheduling, such as 8-hour office shifts, while still aligning with our 12-hour field shift structure. The proposed salaries are based on each position's projected annual compensation at a 48-hour work week. This adjustment will provide flexibility needed to effectively balance administrative responsibilities and field operations while continuing to meet our organizational and budgetary needs. So, questions, I guess.
What's the goal with this?
Well, right now, so these positions, they could work, like I say, normally our shifts are 12 hours or 24 in the field. Normally, these positions work 2 shifts in the field and then 2 shifts in the office. When they're in the office for 12 hours, it's really hard for me to really make that efficient because I'm not there in the office for 12 hours. It'd be nice to have those 8 hours if they're in the office, but there's some weeks I need them 4 days in the field too, so I need them a full 48. So it's really just trying to balance these positions who are doing both field work and office work with our 48-hour work week. That's kind of where if everybody was on 40 hours for us, then it wouldn't be a problem. But we're trying to balance this with ambulance coverage and getting office stuff done. And it'd be more flexible for me, where I didn't say you had to be here for 12 hours working in the office, because that's a long day sitting at the computer. And it's just really difficult to do that and not really efficient. You get,
I understand that part of it, but I'm just wondering why we're going to salary then.
Salary is the easiest way to do it, I guess, because I don't know if I need them, 2 12-hour days in the field, 2 8-hour days in the office for 40 hours, or if I need them 36 hours in the field, 8 hours in the office, 48 hours in the field. It depends on vacations and vacancies, how much I need them in the field. So if somebody calls in sick or goes on vacation, I pull them out of the office and to fill that shift, especially during the day, because there's not part-time to work during the day. So I'm moving these positions kind of back and forth from field to office as needed to cover the shifts. Does that make sense?
Kind of. I guess I'm not sure why salary versus hourly is the difference. And then I thought we hired somebody previously for the office, didn't we?
Yeah, the positions are filled. They're currently based on a 48-hour work week, both of them. So if we were going to go to change their hours, we'd have to pay them more. I don't want to pay them more. I just want to change them to salary so we can fluctuate their hours as we need them between 40 and 48.
You have such a fluctuation between vacations and sick, and
Yeah.
you need somebody that can float from one side to the other side.
We never know when somebody's going to be sick and whether they're going to have to, you're not in office today, you're on a shift, or I need you to come in tonight even, or on the weekend. Just need that flexibility.
I think if you'd have salary, you'd have to have so many different levels of scales.
Yeah, if I kept it on an hourly.
Yeah, you're in the office, you get this rate, you're there, you get this rate.
Yeah, I'm trying to avoid that.
Just kind of cleans everything up this way.
Yes, it does.
Well, didn't we hire, I don't want to say names, just like
Yeah, that's fine.
didn't we hire somebody for the office?
We,
Are we not talking about them here?
yeah, we are talking about them, but I split them between the office and the field, and I split the assistant between the office and the field. So I have so they both do partially field, partially office. So I have more, they're kind of doing 2 different things in the office for us.
So you say like some weeks they may work 40 hours for the total week, and then other weeks they may work 48?
That's possible. They're probably gonna work more than 40, but typically they're scheduled on 2 ambulance shifts a week and then 2 office shifts a week. But if I'm gone on vacation, they might be there for 4 office shifts. But it'd be a minimum of 40 hours, but normally they're averaging gonna be 2 12s and 2 8s. They'll be averaging 40, but if somebody calls in sick, they're gonna have to work more.
So Adam, clarify for me, how many people would we have for office? Like classified under office then?
I don't have anybody just under office. We have an administrative assistant that is an EMT that covers a couple shifts a week in the field and then a couple shifts in the office. And they kind of, basically they split like one like 48-hour field shift with the assistant director and the administrative assistant. So everybody gets some experience in the field and doesn't just get stuck in the office, not keeping up with their field experience or skills.
But, so how many people do we have like doing office duties?
3 technically. Me,
Including you?
I mean, yeah, count me, the administrative assistant, who's half in the office, half in the field, and the assistant director, who's half in the office, half in the field. The assistant director is taking care of like all of our training needs and clinical stuff. And then the administrative assistant is helping me with billing, collections, deposits, some stats, some scheduling stuff if I'm not around, whatever else I need them to help me with, like doing surveys, that kind of stuff.
Okay, one other question I got brought up in our Board of Health meeting. Are we doing our own billing or do we hire it out for the ambulance?
No, we hire it out. We use Physicians Claims Company.
Okay, so what's the office person doing for billing then?
We have to go through all the reports, make sure all the demographic information is there, and then we approve them or not approve them to go to billing. So we're making sure all the provider has all their information in the report before it goes to billing. And then some reports calls are obviously cancels or refusals, so those are a do not bill. So we select bill or do not bill, and then it goes electronically to the billing company. And then once it gets bills out, the checks come back to us. We make copies of scan all the checks and upload those scans to the billing company so they know what's been paid, and then we make a deposit up at the treasurer's office.
Okay. I guess it just seems like that's, I mean, when we're hiring billing out, to me, like I could be completely wrong and like maybe I just need to figure out what we're doing here, but it just seems like that's a lot of office staff for when we hire out the billing and we're already paying for that.
Yeah, I'm splitting the office time between 2 people. One's a paramedic focused on clinical and education stuff. The other one's is, they're 2 days in the office helping me with administrative stuff. But the ambulance billing is very highly specialized. There's special certifications for it. We don't really have enough calls to be experts in it, nor do we have the ambulance certifications to do that. And we'd have to have probably at least 2 people educated in it to keep up. Because if somebody was gone or somebody left, the ball would get dropped. And we'd probably be more software costs involved. It's not uncommon for ambulance. There is several ambulance billing agencies because it's specialized, but ambulance services, fire departments that have ambulance services, cities, counties, to hire it out to third parties. Unless you have 5,000 to 10,000 calls, it's not really efficient to have your own expert billing.
Yes, I understand that. I'm not suggesting that we take on billing, but correct me if I'm wrong, you're typically office, you personally, and you work full time.
Most of the time I'm in the office. I try to jump on a truck shift a month. then I do,
And then we have
And back.
2 other half-time, sounds like they're like 50% in the office.
yeah, I've split them, so I actually have one person in the office. That makes sense.
Yes, that's what I'm alluding to here, but that's quite a bit of office staff when we aren't billing, in my opinion.
That's the least amount we've had. I mean, there was 4 people in the office when I started, so we're down to basically 2.
I imagine training and certifications takes a lot of time.
It does. It takes
Because
a
how
lot of
many-
time. We're not talking just about the ambulance employees. We're talking about 50 volunteers we have to take care of too. Make sure they're all up to date.
Safety director,
What's that?
safety director.
Safety director stuff too going on, which is,
And so, Chris, what is Josh's role with the volunteers? Because in the EMA meetings, I guess I've always kind of been under the assumption that he's been doing a lot of that too, taking care of the volunteers.
no, Josh is in charge of rescue. I'm in charge of emergency medical.
Okay. Is there crossover with those volunteers or no?
No, I mean, there may be 1 or 2 that serve both agencies, but he's doing rescue stuff, different certifications. We have more credentialing and, quality stuff we have to worry about as far as patient care and tracking.
Do you keep track of like all their continuing education?
Yeah, all their education, when all their, we have to keep track of driver's license, driver training, CPR, mandatory reporter, HIPAA, communications training. There's a long list of stuff. There's FEMA training, 100, 200, 700 that we track. And then all their continuing education.
It's not gonna get any easier.
No, it's not gonna get any easier. Yeah.
So will these 2 positions, will they have overtime pay as well or not?
No, that's what we're trying to avoid is overtime. So if there's salary, I can control that. There's no, this is what you.
So what happens if they work past their hours or less than their hours?
They get paid just like I do. You get your salary.
So they don't like flex their time at all?
If it's within the same week, they could. Yeah, if they pick up something extra at the beginning of the week and they have an office shift on a Friday, they essentially could reduce their office time if we didn't need them to get something done. Now, if they pick up a shift on a Saturday, which is the end of the pay period, and they end up with 60 hours, it's just the way it is. Because the way our pay periods are worked out, are week to week, so.
Wouldn't it be more advantageous for the employees to be under an hourly bill with what you're saying?
They already are hourly.
I know, but are you wanting to move them to salary or no?
Yes, I want to move them to salary.
And why? Why is that?
I've just explained all that.
I still don't understand the advantage either way for the county or for the employee.
It's gonna save us overtime for the county side of it.
What's the salary though? We don't, has anyone heard what the salary is?
Yeah, I have them here.
Yeah.
So they work 48, so it's 2,080 hours regular and 416 hours of overtime a year. And I figured that plus the holidays, and I have that in here, the administrative assistant is 59,354, 88 cents, and the assistant director is 77,712 and 96 cents.
Okay, hold on. So you figured in overtime into the salary.
This is what.
Right. Did you use overtime hours in your salary figuration? Yes or no?
Yes, Abby, they work
So
48 hours
so
a
they get
week.
paid overtime on a salary without having to work it. This is not an advantage to the county.
I don't think you understand. This is the minimum number they're gonna make this year. If we don't do anything. And they can make more if they wanna pick up extra shifts. Or or if we need them extra shifts. If we put them on salary, they will not make any more than this.
Will they take up these extra
So
shifts?
you don't figure a salary with overtime. This just doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. Like in the HR world, you don't do that. You have a salary and that's your base salary. And then if you work more or less, that's the benefit. But we don't figure in overtime on a salary.
I took what they're getting now and figured
So
out
why
what
are we
they,
doing this? If they're gonna get paid the same amount, what is the advantage? Tell me for the county, what's the advantage in one sentence?
because when they're working in the office, I can't keep them busy for a full 12 hours, so I've got them sitting there when I go home. If I don't have stuff for them to do, it's not very efficient. It's more, I'd rather have be them more productive for 8 hours than be there for 12 hours and not productive for the last 4.
So why aren't we just scheduling them for 8 hours then? Or sending them home on an hourly basis instead of paying them a salary?
Because they're on a 48-hour work week.
This just doesn't make a lot of sense to me. It's not, I don't know why we don't just keep doing what we're doing. You pay them by the hour. You're the department head. If they're not busy, or if we need them to stay around in case there's a call, that's totally fine. Like you have the authority to do whatever with their hourly wage. Moving them to salary and figuring in overtime just guarantees that they get their pay without having to work overtime. And that doesn't make a lot of sense.
You're guaranteed anyhow now.
Yes, they're guaranteed 48 hours now. So, I don't.
Look at all of our salaries across the county. That we would never figure in overtime. Well, hell, supervisors are supposed to only work 1 hour a week. Should we start figuring our overtime there too, guys, or what?
I'm not figuring it in, I'm sure, this is what they are making now.
But you just want to make sure that they make it without guaranteeing the hours that they work. Because salaried employees have to work 40 hours, according to the policy manual.
Yes, they have to work 40 to 48, whatever I schedule them for.
I don't see any reason why we move them to salary. I really don't.
But I think he's insinuating some weeks they have
The
close to
office time,
60 hours.
yeah, the office time is more valuable to me. 8 hours of office time is more valuable, more productive than 12 hours of field time.
So schedule them for 8 hours in the office and pay them hourly. I don't understand why moving them to
Then
salary.
I'm gonna need more, I'm gonna have to increase their wage to make them so they make the same money they're making now.
So here's the truth here. Now it comes out. We want to increase their wage technically.
No, but if I reduce their hours, I'm gonna have to pay them more for the hour, or they're gonna leave. They're not gonna stick around for less money.
This is exactly here the truth comes out, because we're told we're doing this because it's going to be good for the county, yada, yada, yada. Well, no, it's actually for the employees.
No,
And we're going to lose them. Now we have the threat, we're going to lose them.
they're already doing the work.
I will not approve this. You guys do whatever you want. This smells there's a skunk in the wood pile here, and I will not touch
There
this.
it is. That's ridiculous. These are very good people that do a very good job. And we're
I
just,
understand that. I'm not saying that, but you're presenting this like it's some benefit to the county, but it's clearly not. And why wasn't this done earlier, like during budget time? This is the same thing that I just went through in the Board of
I
Health.
did bring
Where
up,
after we approve the budget, we magically have the money in there. But this was never explained fully to the extent, no dollar amount was presented to us in your budget when you came in and presented it. None of this was actually explained to the depth that it should have been.
the dollar amount for the administrative, or the EMS, assistant EMS director dollar amount is in a line item on my budget, and I did explain it in there. And I asked you guys if you want me to come in person and explain my budget, and you told me I was good.
Well, I asked if there was any major changes. Let's be clear there. I asked every department head and you said no.
There is no major changes.
We're not adding money to the budget. If anything, we will save money in the budget because there won't be any extra overtime beyond 48.
So you're saying if we don't do this, we have to pay them more. So you clearly are paying them more somehow, some way.
No, we're not. I just don't think you understand.
This is, What they're being paid now is guaranteed. Flat rate. If they work above that, they get overtime. If they go to salary, they'll get this amount. There is no overtime.
But we're not guaranteed that they're gonna work the same amount of hours, Kevin. We don't have the guarantee. We're giving them the guarantee, but the county has no guarantee.
I mean,
And are we here for the county? Aren't we here for the taxpayers?
here, I can just. So the job description says the salary position typically scheduled to work 40 to 48 hours per week. Work hours may consist of combination of field and office duties. The administrator will establish and assign work schedules on a monthly basis. So I will schedule them where I need them. If I need them 48 hours a week, I will schedule them that. If I need them 40, I will schedule them that. I need that flexibility because we have, I don't know, 2,000 hours worth of vacation we gotta try and cover a year. And it's, if I can pull people out of the office onto a truck, that saves us money. You know,
I get that, but what, salary versus hourly, you can schedule however you want, whether there's hourly or salary.
but I don't always need them that 48 hours every week. That's what I'm,
Well, don't schedule them for 48 hours. You're the department head.
But when you got vacancies, you have to have the 48 hours to fill.
they're not gonna want their paycheck to flex up and down depending on what I need them for. Like,
So this is about them having a guaranteed paycheck instead of fluctuating between 40 and 48 hours. Is that what I'm understanding?
Gives them the flexibility to fill all those openings.
yeah, it gives me the
They have the
flexibility.
flexibility. He's the department head. He can schedule them for whatever hours he wants already. The only difference is the paycheck is consistent or it's non-consistent. And in my mind, number one, we don't figure in overtime in a salary. Number two, we don't worry about the paycheck per se, and we lose the guarantee of them actually working the hours that we're paying them for if we do this.
I don't have an answer. I mean, obviously we have difference of opinion.
Okay, what's everybody else want to do?
Is it something that needs to be decided today?
I see the point. I see his
Well, we need to get it done with salary surveys and, or
certification.
wage certification. The sooner the better, because the employees probably wanna know what's gonna happen, so.
I see the point of it also. I mean, I think, I know what you're trying to get at. I know what Abby's trying to get at.
I'm sorry, but this is just backwards. You do not pay somebody an overtime salary without guaranteeing the hours. When you're salary, that's the benefit. You work no matter what the hours are, and you do not figure in overtime. I'm like, but like, look at Brandy's salary. We're gonna start figuring overtime in for her because there are weeks that she puts in overtime. Are we gonna put in, bump her salary up because of that? No. We pay people salary because they work the 40 hours a week.
But they
And when
don't,
you work more, that's why you're hourly and you get that hourly benefit.
Well, somehow I have to come up with their,
go say, man, we adjourned.
Can I ask why you, certification to next week?
It's not done.
A lot of work.
We're missing salaries for
So we get
some